that much more experience.
We're gonna be way better. Just bringing back everybody. That means we really didn't have any fall off, and we honestly can build off of what we already had. And, guys can just develop and take the next step.
Ricky, how challenging was last year? I mean, you talked a little bit about the injuries and missing games. I mean, for you, physically and mentally, how challenging was it to not be able to be there every week when it came up to it?
It was definitely a mental battle. I don't think people really realize, the mental aspect of football and not being able to play at your best or play at all really takes a toll on you. I'm just glad I had a great support system with the sure staff and coaches and just really just helped me through it.
What was kind of the message to you during when you were working to rehab and get back on the field? What was their message to you to kind of maybe keep you going and not feel down?
Just trust it. Just trust it. Injuries happen, freak accidents happen, and it's just about just showing up every day and just really working to make yourself healthy again.
RJ called last year's 6 and 7 record embarrassing. Coach echoed similar sentiments. What are your opinions about the 6 and 7 record? Do you feel like it's kind of in similar vein of embarrassing, or if so, why?
6 and 7 is definitely embarrassing. It's not something I ever thought I would do in college football or in football. Honestly, I've never really had a losing season like that. So being on a 6 and 7 team was flat out embarrassing. We have work to do to fix it, and I feel like right now we're taking the steps towards it.
Do you feel like you guys have a chip on your shoulder maybe going into this season more so because you want to prove that you guys are better than the record?
100%. 6 and 7. That's pretty. At the bottom. We have work to do.
How would you say Ted Roof coming in can help in terms of that? Coach mentioned how what in his evaluation process, bringing in coaches that he's proven that he can win with. Ted Roof being one of them. What are your thoughts on that?
I think he's a big time coach, and that him coming here, being able to pick his brain and really just he's a defensive mind, so being able to come in here and really just learn from him, and him putting us in positions to make great plays. As players, we have to do all we have to do is trust him.
Addison moves over, shifts now to a co-defensive role. What have you had a chance to talk to him about it, and what's kind of his mentality about it?
I haven't really talked to Coach Addison yet. I haven't really seen him, but he's still here, and at the end of the day, I'm working at it. My job is to go out there, play football. His job is to coach, and so right now I have to do mine.
What did you learn the most about the first year in the Big 12? What kind of stood out to you more than anything else? I know you said you thought maybe it was more of a passing thing, and it really wasn't, but was there anything else maybe from a position standpoint?
I learned that everybody's a lot bigger,
Yeah.
You're going to play a top offensive line every week. Every offensive line we played pretty much had a guy who's projected first round or top 3. So that the competition is there. And you can get the most out of it if you put in the work in the offseason.
Did you feel like Did you feel like, you mentioned everyone's a little bit bigger? Did you feel like size-wise that the offensive linemen were a little bit bigger, obviously, than what you guys faced in the American? That was a little bit of the challenge you guys had to face?
Yes, sir. Of course. Coming from the American, the offensive linemen are a lot smaller, just because of, recruiting and, being Power 5. So, just being able to just adjust, and that's why the weight room is so important, to be able to, play against those big offensive linemen. When
did you first feel that way? Was there a game that you felt like, wow, we're maybe they're the Big 12, some teams are a little more physical than we are?
I don't necessarily think we ever got actually out physical. I think we got out schemed.
Out schemed?
Yeah.
So how much are you looking forward to this season with you guys are adding a lot of pieces on defense, a lot of playmakers who have played a lot of football are joining you guys this year, and you look at the same way on offense, so you guys should have a more complete team. How excited are you? What do you think you can really accomplish this year?
I'm excited. I feel like the sky's the limit, but it looks good on paper. Like I said earlier, we have to put in the work to go out there and be that team that we're supposed to be.
You look at the new guys, you mentioned transfers, you look at the young freshmen coming in. Are there any of these guys that you're really interested or eager to look at to see them get on the field and go against them?
Yeah, the transfer from ECU, I heard he's 17. He played last year, ECU was 16.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm going to be honest. He played college football at 16. I'm impressed. I kind of can't wait to see him in pass to see how he plays.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.